What about your mother?
The icebox.
Yeah.
She's the penitentiary. One of my first recollections is walking in Moundsville State Prison, West Virginia. Big gray stone place. And I come to visit my mom. She was doing time there for what? Strong arm robbery. Trying to make some food, put some food on the table and give me an operation when I was a child.
That's your first, one of your earliest memories?
Yeah, I remember that. That was a...
Are there happy memories?
I don't have that.
You don't have that?
I don't have that yin and yang that you do.
Is that yin yang?
Yeah, in other words, you can't make me unhappy.
Are sad memories, though, growing up?
I don't have all that.
Yeah. You do have it. You have an experience. You're an individual, one human being with experiences.
When you leave, go get a big rock and set it on a table.
Yeah.
I'm that rock on the table.
Charles Manson has any roots at all, they are in the penal system. He had spent more than 20 years in correctional facilities even before the Tate LaBianca killings. For him, then, the jail cell is the stable home he never knew. Some say his life is a monument to parental neglect and the failure of our prison systems. We talk more of Manson's early years in this part of our interview.
When you were 16, you were out on your own, you were making money on your own.
Yeah, but when I was
with the law.
Yeah, but you got to realize when I was 16, it's not like people that you would think is 16.
Why is that?
Well, the person that's raised on the street is 16 years old is generally about 55 in their minds.
Because they see so many experiences so quick.
You know, they've been through more life and death situations, and they've been through 10 times more than the average person sitting there doing what their mother says, going back and forwards to school. In other words, life is not in a school book.
Yeah. Do you want to look back at that early period of your life and before the 60s and say, boy, something went wrong because I got on this track and I was in and out of prison, you know, and I went to foster homes, and then my mother would take me, then I'd go see my grandmother, and then I'd go back and see my mother, and then she would run away, and somehow. Did that shape you? Did it make a difference?
Well, see, that doesn't even compute in my world because, like, there is no wrong.
There's no wrong?
I don't do any wrong. I wouldn't do anything that was wrong. If I did something that I would regret, then I would punish myself for it. And I wouldn't stand here and beat myself in the head with a hammer. That wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah.
You know, so you got a parallel universe. You got two worlds. One world, everything is a lie and everything is wrong and you can never do anything right. According to anybody else, I've never done anything right. There's always been someone to say that I wasn't right and I did it wrong.
Yeah.
But in the world that I live in, I've never made a bad move in my whole life.
In the world you have lived in,
sure,
you would not rewrite any episode, you would not change anything, you do not look back and say, my God, I took a wrong turn there.
No.
None of it?
No. No.
Not once?
I wouldn't be here if I did it. So you got to realize there's no slack in my act.
Yeah.
I don't have I can't, in other words, you go down to St. Louis, right? And you get off the bus and you're broke. Right. You go to the phone and call Moms.
Right.
I don't. I go to the alley and get a tire iron.
And do what?
And whatever I got to do to survive, that's what I do.
And so what's the difference in you and me then?
Because you don't know how to survive. You're weak. You have emotions. You play little games with your mind. You chase your tail.
Yeah, but you know, you have said before about your life that you needed love and you needed family and you needed friends, and that's the one thing that every man needs.
No, you misunderstood. I never said anything like that. You might paraphrase what I said into thinking I said something like that. Everything is love. There's nothing that isn't love. Even the confusion is love in one form or another. It's misguided. Love is a word that we use to supplement for God, or I would rather use the word intelligence. If you're going to use the word love, use the word intelligence. Because love is misunderstood in so many different ways and fashions.
Do you need to be loved?
Loved. I am loved.
By whom?
I am loved.
Are you loved?
I am loved.
Are you loved?
All the way.
Okay.
I'm around the world with it. Ain't you seen it? 15 times. Standing in the fire with it, man.
Meaning what?
Meaning I'm taking up all the slack for you. I'm carrying you around, Nixon.
Yeah.
I still got you. Hey, Regan, hey, Ronnie, I didn't tell him that was your gun that shot that guy. I didn't tell him that gun came out of that trailer that came over there. I held my mud on you, Ronnie, old crime partner.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? In other words, I'm intertwined in your very soul, man. You give me my rights. My father died in the battlefields for my rights. Then I go down to L.A. and some district attorney wants to get rich and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's got something that's selling good. He dumps it over on me. It's okay.
Yeah.
There's only one poor guy down here. He's nobody. And they overlook the fact that I had already been brother in this penitentiary for 22 years. I speak big in that yard out there.
But did they overlook that fact or not?
Sure, they overlooked it.
Well, how did they overlook it?
They took my rights, man.
Yeah.
You don't take my rights. You'd rumble the graveyard from here to the unknown
But
soldier.
you respect power, and the system works this way. The state has power, and if, in fact, you violate the laws of the state, they have the power to put you away.
Sure.
You respect that?
Sure, I did for 22 years.
That's right.
That's why I'm mad. That's why I'm mad. I held that up. But when I was a child, I used to be crying and bitching, and the old man said, "You do the crime, boy?" And I'd say, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, shut up and do your time."